Nothing Russian.
Ray Matranga on Zoom.
Rona Campton on Zoom.
Barry Nosowitz on Zoom.
Is Anissa on?
I
Anissa?
am.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
Okay, thank you. All right, we have a quorum.
I'm not hearing you, Joe.
One minute. You're not hearing me?
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Yeah, we have eight out of 9.
For the, pledge of allegiance.
Okay. Pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. And to the republic which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, hopefully it's a short meeting, but every time I say that, it's long. So I just put it in, right? Pretty short agenda items. So some, quick remarks. I'm glad Rob David just walked in. I want to thank Rob. Some of you may have noticed the new furniture that we have at the tennis center inside the building. There's some nice wicker chairs. Outside the building underneath the tent, there's some white quartz tables and chairs, beautiful. And pool one has this wicker furniture underneath the gazebo. So that's all due to Rob calling me. The hotel that he manages is going out of business, so he offered whatever we needed or wanted to take. And we went there and made a couple of trips and we got that stuff. So thank you, Rob. He also gave us some small stuff for the gym and we're gonna go back and get it when we come and bike on Friday for the gym, get another one in case one of ours breaks down. So and welcome Bob Williams, long time no see. All right. What else? The front system. There's all the snowbirds that are coming in now. So they have to get used to the security system at the front now. Got a couple of complaints about Envira. Found it a couple of days ago. Some of the guests are forgetting to take their driver's license out of the tray that's in the kiosk. And they're saying that the kiosk ate their driver's license and then spit it out and gave another person's license. Well, that's impossible to happen because it doesn't go inside the machine, it lays on the tray. So apparently there were a couple of people that left their licenses and somebody took somebody else's license and they all want to complain about Envira and saying it's a terrible system and it stinks. But human error, if this human error causes it, then you don't throw out the whole system because of human error. So if there's a problem, the Rover's phone number is on the slide door of the gate house. And so you call the Rover and the Rover will come assist you. The Rover has a way to get in touch with the Envira that you can't. So if there's something that he can help you with, call the Rover. I had the Rover meet the person at the gate and try to resolve the driver's license. He called there and they sent a report of who the people were that came through in that hour. So we had an idea, and so we had to try and figure out who took whose license. But yes.
Can we get the Rover phone number to the residents?
I think it was sent out in an e-blast. We can have
Yeah.
it sent out again, but I think it was. So yeah.
Thank you.
Maybe we should send the number on every e-blast.
Yeah. If you want to give it out now, you can give it out now. You want to give it out now? This is their customer service number and it's good from I think 7 in the morning to 6 at night. After 6, it becomes a recording, but you can still add a guest on the recording by just leaving a message. They'll add your guest. But the best way to do it is using the app. And everybody that uses the app is pretty satisfied. They get the email, they get a text message when their guest arrives. And so that's a good thing. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay, the number is 561-335-8255.
9665.
Repeat that.
561-335-9665.
Thank you.
And that's the roll? Yes. Thank you.
Okay.
What else? Just want to mention quickly, I'm sure it's, not the people in here, and it doesn't represent the community, but we've had a couple of complaints from our vendors, who are saying that, when they're being spoken to, it's pretty disrespectful, and sometimes it's even a derogatory comment about, um, race or something like that. So I know it's nobody here. I know it's not representative of our community, but our vendors that they hires, if you insult them or you do things like that to them, we're gonna just not let them come to your house and service your house because they shouldn't have to be abused or anything like that, and especially if racial epithet or something like that. That's totally inappropriate, but so I just want, like I said, I know it's nobody in here. We actually know who a couple of the people are that did it. And those people will get a letter saying that, no, you're no longer allowed to speak to vendors like that. Yeah. Come on.
Can we come up with a community code of ethics or rules? Because I think that it's necessary based on the different things you've had to deal with over the last 6 months or so. I don't think it would be inappropriate for us to have a code of ethics from neighbor to neighbor, from
Yep.
neighbor to vendor, from neighbor to office,
Yep.
and so forth.
You're right. That's a good idea. Together.
It's Rick Schindler. I think you're probably referring to the exterminator, because when they first started here, they were supposed to come here on a Monday, never called. I called them again, and the guy apologized, and he set up an appointment. So the two brothers show up a couple of days later. The one guy who comes into the thing, he could barely fit in through the door. He had a terrible, I mean, he was not a friendly guy at all. And he asked me for aluminum foil to have it. I mean, if he uses aluminum foil, he should have his own. I give him some aluminum foil, he puts the bait on it, and he puts it on top of the counter. I said to him, why are you putting it on counter? It shouldn't be on the floor. Oh, no, the ants come up. I mean, his whole attitude, the whole demeanor, everything was so negative that God forbid I should ever need them again. And I spoke to other people who have used them, and everybody was very disappointed. I don't know where we found these people, and why can't we get rid of them and get somebody who is legitimate and good?
I understand you had a bad experience with them, but you know what? Reach out to the office and make your complaint to the office. Don't take it out on them. Okay, all right. I don't want to get into this anymore than just to say that it's not representative of the community. So other than that, that's it for the vendors. Anything else? Yeah, what do you need? Okay, stop sign. No, this is not an open mic. We're talking about something. I'm doing my opening remarks. This is not, yeah, I'm not calling for it. Okay, thank you. Thanks, Ray. All right, so, that's all I really have. No other, updates that I can think of. All right, treasurer's report, Rona?
Okay, so this report is based on the October 25 financials, which is the most current month of activity, of closed activity we have for the Masters Association. And for that month, we had total revenues of 401,441 and operating expenses of 390,794, leaving us a net income of 10,647. Year to date, our expenditures, our total revenues were 3,974,864. And our total operating expenses were 3,990,032. So that leaves us with a net loss for the year of $15,168, which is actually really good when you realize that our budget is over $4 million and the negative variance is literally 0.38% of variance to budget, and we're in month 10. So we actually our losses were significantly higher a couple of months ago, and the office has been watching our shekels and making sure that we're spending our money efficiently, and that's been working. As far as our cash goes, we have $200,797 in our operating account, which is low. Okay, and I'll talk about that more in a minute. In our reserves account, we have $1,093,306, and we still have $14,008 in our special assessment account, which is actually a little bit misleading because we have the expenses haven't matched up with the monies. So that money's really actually all spent, but because the bill was bigger than the amount we had, we paid it out of reserves. Our total cash position is $1,308,111. Now, as I mentioned last month regarding the September financials, we had closed our account at UBS, and the balance was transferred over to Wells Fargo Advisors, who's the new company that we're using. We had noticed a discrepancy, and it was really in categorization. But First Service corrected the issue of categorization of the new account and reclassified the new reserve account from money market to reserves. And the discrepancy that we had discovered got sorted out when the reclassification was complete. In addition, I requested that First Service add a permanent note in the financial reports that explains their process and formula regarding the reports that they have in their financials on our invested funds, because they differ slightly from the bank statements, but they absolutely tick and tie when you look at it the way that they did. So this should prevent any further confusion between the bank statements and the operational reports. Back to the operating funds for a minute. Basically, our operating cash is low for what we want. At $200,000, it's about 52% of 1 month spending, which is pretty tight. The auditors recommend that we be running at about 1.5 to 2 months of monthly dues, and this has literally been an ongoing issue since I've come on the board. So I don't know how long it's been going on prior to that, but it has been an ongoing issue. However, we are carefully managing the funds that we do have so that we we are staying within our budget as much as possible. Management's been doing a really good job managing the expenses within the confines of budget. The priority line of credit is still not approved and will require further action by the community. I just want to remind everybody that the reason that we're considering this strategy is that it's a good way for the community to be able to forego special assessments, which are much more likely due to our poor cash position. And what that enables us to do is utilize other funds while letting our funds grow. So that will be more news on that will be coming in the future. Any questions?
No question. Any questions on you? No? Okay. I make a motion to approve the treasurer's report.
I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed, say nay. No nays, the ayes have it, the motion passed. Well, we're talking about the LOC, just for your information, it has to go before membership vote, so we're gonna be sending out a vote in the mail. You'll get an email from Get Quorum if you sign up electronically for electronic voting. If you did, you have an opportunity to do so before you vote, and then you can vote electronically. The forms are in the office. And if you did sign up for electronic, you'll get a paper ballot and be able to vote on that. So we need everybody to vote on that to approve the LOC so that we can do some of these projects that we want to do without having to do a special assessment or really drop our reserves down to very low. All right, so I just wanted to say that. Okay.
So just a quick question, it's Ray. Will
Yes.
it be just one subject that will be presented to the community for voting on?
Yes, it's a letter that'll explain what the LOC is.
Okay.
You wrote it up and explain why we want to use it, and Rona is gonna put together a letter that attaches to it that explains the policy of how we can use it, how the boards in the future will use it. And anybody that has any questions, be able to send an email to rainberryboard@yahoo.com and ask questions and get questions before they vote, get the answer before they vote. So
Perfect,
go out.
thank you.
that'll go out in a message to everybody in email or actual letter.
Right, and then we can include something on the blast to say that it's out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Get Quorum sends out a letter about a week in advance promoting electronic voting and giving you an opportunity to do that.
Yeah, Joe, I just have one question though. We have a lot of snowbirds that might be back and might be using their resident address, their primary resident address as their mail. Do you anticipate that being a problem?
No, probably an e-blast going out from the office saying that if you're here and you have your residence as away and you want to vote, you should sign up for electronic or come to the office and get the paper ballot instead of waiting to get it back.
Okay,
Unless
Yeah,
they
really,
get their mail
Joe.
delivered here. If they get their mail delivered here, then it's not a problem.
Yeah.
but most of them don't, including myself, for instance, but I'm fine. I'm on, electronic voting, but I'm concerned about other residents.
Yeah. I think, Joe, I think it's really going to behoove us to really do a good email campaign on electronic voting and get as many people signed up as possible, because otherwise this is going to become a long, drawn out process.
Yep, and it's a good practice for when we have our documents updated. They're gonna be revised in the next month. And then we're gonna have to vote on those, so
And the Homes Association is gonna send out one in the second week in January. So
okay,
there's a lot of voting going on.
Yeah. okay. Next up, previous minutes. I make a motion to approve the previous minutes without reading.
A second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed, say no. No nays, the ayes have it. Motion passes. Okay, new business. So, yeah, one is from the budget meeting and the other is from the masters meeting, Philip.
Two.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah. I think we have to do a separate vote on
Well,
the budget versus the master.
I think you're okay because you made the motion to approve them.
Both of them?
Yeah, for both of them.
November 12th, November 19th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, should we change the motion to be to approve both sets of minutes, the masters meeting and the budget meeting?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So the calendar committee came up with a new set of procedures. They put his draft, sent a draft to us. The board reviewed it, and now we're gonna vote to approve it. It pretty much, there's not many changes to it other than they're allowing two events to happen at the same on the same weekend, but prior to this, you couldn't have two events on the same weekend. So, they're allowing two events to happen. And if the situation occurs that there's a conflict, then the two committees that are having their event will discuss it and work something out. So, does everybody have any questions from the board on the
We have.
on the calendar procedures? No?
No.
Okay.
Joe, I
anybody-
have a question.
Yeah,
If there is a conflict between two committees and they're not able to resolve it, is the management office gonna get involved? Is the board gonna get involved? How are we gonna make sure that it gets resolved equitably?
I think the Council of Clubs was gonna work on something like that, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. They would handle it between the Council of Clubs and the parties that are having the events. Mhm.
Well, I actually do think it should get floated up to, so that we at least know what's going on.
Yeah, Jim,
I think the key part of the two events in a weekend is it wouldn't be two paid events. There can be one paid and one minor event that'll occur on the same weekend where the cleaning isn't a conflict. That's, I think, the net of
yeah,
the change on the calendar.
okay.
And just to clarify, item 11 says, to avoid conflicts which, per the Council of Clubs guidelines, will be arbitrated by the Council of Clubs. So it's in there.
Thanks, Carol. I appreciate that.
Lois, do you want to talk? Lois has her hand up.
Okay. Have,
I'll try to have her on mute.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
we can.
Okay, so what the council decided, and I think it's at the end of that document that we submitted, is that any conflicts would be resolved as they have been for many years within the council itself.
I just read that.
Oh, good. Okay.
okay, thank you.
Is there another question I can answer? It's very hard to hear any of you.
Hmm. Okay,
Should be work.
thank you.
Oh. Yep. Okay. Sorry.
Okay, I make a motion to approve the calendar procedures draft as is, and
Second.
thank you. Instead of going all in favor, I'm gonna go around the room and vote. Let's vote.
Aye.
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 I
Aye.
from Ray,
Aye from Barry.
I from Rona.
Okay.
Can we make sure that we get a signed copy of the of when it was approved by the board of directors?
Yes, Lois has a section on the thing where it has the date we put in for it to be approved and Joe could sign it.
Okay,
Perfect.
that'd be great. Yeah, I think it's really important that we actually have the date and everything, because we have so many copies of things floating around and we don't know which one's the most current.
and we load it to the website, am I correct?
On the portal, in our documents?
It
You
goes
can't
in
tell
the,
though which is the most current, John. So if you have approved,
Download it from the master's, portal?
I think it goes in the committee handbook, right?
We should put it in the portal, though.
it should be in the portal.
Yeah.
The portal, okay. All right, the motion passes. Okay, we have the back swing gates on Riviera Drive for months now. We had maintenance come repair them. They keep repairing them. They told us for the past couple of months that the operators that open and close the gates, swing gates, that they're old and they're rusty. They've been there for a long time. So they gave us a proposal, and last week the gates wouldn't close completely. The entrance gate stayed open a half a foot. So it was time. So I signed off on the emergency repair. It's for
11,000.
$16.88 with tax, 11,788.06.
Yep. Okay, so, we need to just ratify this, so,
Joe?
I make a
Is it-
motion to
Joe,
ratify.
before you make the motion, could you just look at one section of the document for me? If you could look at the warranty service call policy on the
Yeah.
first page.
Yep,
What's?
Do you want us to read that?
Is there a question?
what do you need on that, Ray?
Okay, I'm sorry, I was on mute. I thought it says a fee will be applied. I thought a fee would not be applied if it was within the warranty, if the damage falls within the scope, if the equipment shows no sign of misuse. But it says a fee will apply. Is that a misprint?
From what I've seen with some of the other contracts, usually, so the parts will be covered under warranty. However, the vendor typically still charges a service call fee for coming out and repairing it. I've seen it done with the ACs, the heaters, Aquacal, all of them do it. So it seems like it's a standard thing.
And do we know what that fee is?
I believe they charge 135 or something. I think it's 135 when they come out.
Okay, I just wanted to be sure we knew what was going on. Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay, I make a motion to, I already did, you seconded it, right? We're good? Okay, let's vote. All in favor, say aye.
Oh,
Aye.
wait,
Aye.
who seconded?
Did Carol?
Carol,
Okay.
all opposed, nay? No nays, the motion passes. Okay, and so lastly, the contract that we had with Axis Tennis, who is our sports director and who maintains our tennis courts, our pickleball courts, and our bocce courts. Their contract expires December 31st. So we extended the contract and signed off on it until we can negotiate a new contract. So early next year, we're going back and forth negotiations and seeing how we can improve the contract for both of us. And so we're in the process of doing that. So we had to extend it so that we could continue negotiating for a new contract. So
I'd like to make a motion to,
the extension is for a year, but we'll probably come up with a new contract before the year is up. And then we'll, you gotta,
yeah, I started making a motion. I thought you were done. I apologize.
We can, in other words, if we negotiate a new contract with him, we will not be incurring a cancellation of contract
Mhm.
and be penalized for it.
It's a 30-day notice.
Yeah, we're extending the contract, so we don't have a problem continuing to negotiate, so there is no penalty, no.
Because, I mean, it's crazy that this guy's making a fortune and we're paying him to make a fortune of us and we don't get a cut of the deal.
Yep, we know that, and you know what? We're negotiating for a better contract this year, so that's why we're doing it.
Maybe we should use his lawyers.
I just have a little story about what happened this morning. I was signed up for pickleball and tennis. And I went over to the pickleball courts and they were a mess. No one could play there this morning. And then I went over to tennis courts and the tennis courts were like perfect. They used the large rake, the metal rake, and chewed it all up. And that, I guess that aerated the surface and that dried really quick. And they didn't do anything to the pickleball courts until about 3 o'clock this afternoon. And if they're going to do, if they're too busy where they can't do one or the other, so have a rotating system where this day when it rains, I do this one. Next time it rains, I do the other one.
Makes sense, okay,
It makes sense.
This,
makes sense.
I don't want to believe it to the point, but I mean, you saw how bad it rained all day yesterday. And you got
But
340 people that play tennis, pickleball, and bocce. It's pretty tough in 3 locations that you're going to get that expert service that quickly anywhere, not just here.
And they have 10 courts over there, so I'm sure that they had an option of which courts were playable and which weren't, as opposed to we have 8 courts and they usually tell us in the morning what's playable. And they did put out this morning that because of the rain, they were all messed up. So
that's what I said, but tennis wasn't messed up. It was playable any court.
I don't know if any court.
Courts have different drainage than the pickleball courts. Under the pickleball courts, you have the macadam surface, and I don't think it drains very well. So anyway. But isn't it thicker over at the tennis courts have a thicker layer?
Let me ask you, is this an exception or is it pretty good most of the time?
Pretty good most of the time.
Yeah. So you're gonna have these odd situations. I was at a tennis tournament just yesterday.
I was just
It
selecting.
rained, we didn't play. They said, come back tomorrow. That happens this is the tropics. This is what you deal with all the time. You can't throw out the baby with the bathwater because one day you had delayed service when we intentionally, by negotiations, keeping the expenses down, have a certain size crew and can only get to one thing at a time. They're not a big enough company. Nobody is. They can send over a crew and do all 3 sites. Go over to the village, do the bocce, go over to the clubs, go do the pickleball, go to the tennis center. Get everybody happy by 8 o'clock in the morning, especially after a large, significant rainstorm. It's just not doable.
Yeah,
Well,
in
if you got
addition
2
to
more
that,
weeks,
in
you know.
addition to that, the rain can vary literally from one side of the community to the other. So it's really hard to even
Yeah,
say.
but I was checking out the rain run and it was all the same all over Florida.
No. You're missing.
All right.
All right,
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna make a motion to approve the extension of the Axis tennis contract for 1 year. Excuse me?
All right.
For 1 year, ending 12/31/26, with the ability to negotiate in the meantime.
I'll second.
Okay. Discussion, do you want to, before we vote?
The 30 days out.
It's in
Nothing's
the-
changed. It's just a very basic extension. No terms and conditions have changed.
in the original.
It's just
Yeah,
the-
so it's just an extension month to month. You have 30 days out if you
No.
decide to come in with another company.
No, it's not
it's
month to month.
30
It's
days to get out of the
extension.
contract. We have.
Right, but the extension goes to 12/31/26 with the ability to get out in 30
Good
days.
evening. So I wanted to bring up the exterminator. I actually.
Wait.
We're doing tennis, we're doing the tennis contract. Okay, no.
You guys are negotiating, is a negotiation gonna be, negotiation means.
Hold on, guys, hold on.
Start over.
Closer to the.
Start over.
Go ahead.
Okay, does the negotiation mean that we're gonna collect money from Access, or are we just giving them free rein to use the property and we don't return anything?
Yes.
We're-
Yes,
We're gonna get it.
no, the negotiations include that. Yeah, that's what we're negotiating right now. Okay, let's vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Who seconded the motion? I didn't hear.
I did, and this is John.
John,
Thank you.
all opposed, say nay. No nays, the ayes have it, the motion passes. Okay, anybody have anything, committee reports, anything like that? No?
No.
Okay, Connie, did you want to say something?
So I wanted to bring up the exterminator. I happen to have had a nice experience with him. I thought he was a lovely gentleman. However, I wanted to find out what is included, what they actually do for exterminating, because I had a problem with these bugs. They looked like flying ants, and I wasn't sure what they were. They were like so many of them. And he told me they were carpenter ants, and he wanted to charge me $600. So I got another exterminator to come. I had two, people come in, and both of them told me they were swarmers. Turn off the lights, because Jim leaves the lights on, because I think they wanted us to leave front and back lights on, and the bugs are horrible. So I wanted to find out what is included, what they actually exterminate for. This way we know what we pay, what we have to pay extra for and what we don't. So I had to go out and get another exterminator for something he could have done, because he told me they were carpenter ants. And I was like, oh my God, carpenter ants, I got to get this done. And they weren't, they were just swarmers.
Yeah.
And two people told me they were swarmers. They said, turn off your lights, and I haven't had a problem.
Yeah. All right. Well, the contract is on the website, but Anissa, can you tell her if the carpenter ants are included in there? I believe they are.
Yes, I believe they are, because I reviewed it and I asked him, and yeah, I
Sounded
don't,
more like termites to me, though.
yeah, I think there was a
They
little
weren't
confusion
termites.
with
I had
the
an
termites
exterminator
and
come in.
carpenter.
They were swarmers from
Okay.
leaving the lights on, but he told me they were carpenter ants, and that wasn't covered. He wanted to charge me $600. So that's why I called in, I got two other quotes.
Okay.
And they both said that they were swarmers, they weren't carpenter ants. So I had to pay for something that he could have actually done,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that sounds like he
but
could have
I
done.
just wanted to let you know that, and I don't know what's included, what they do exterminate for, what they don't. Do they do termites if we had termites?
They
Only
don't do,
subterraneans.
They do subterraneans?
No, the HOA has to cover the subterraneans.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna just do it because I thought it was a good idea to just do it. So good thing I didn't.
Yeah.
But the other thing I wanted to say that I have a problem with is the gate being left open after the security people leave. I mean, I was told that someone made a big deal because the traffic backing up, but I think that's a security issue. I mean, I'd prefer my safety over the backup of a line. I've seen it during the day backed up, So I just have an issue with that. Just wanted to bring it up, but
Okay.
thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay, Ray? Okay.
My concern is the stop signs and people not using the turn signal. It's an accident waiting to happen, because some, like our little bulletin board out there could remind these people that they use their turn signal and the stop signs, because they're blowing the stop signs. I've seen you out there and seeing them. Somebody's gonna get whacked. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I go that day every day, every morning for a year. And I've never seen it like that.
Yeah.
A hump or nothing. They're just blowing it.
Okay.
Just let you know.
All right, thank you. This woman's trying to, yeah.
I had him come over, Brian, for ants, and he was nice. And then he looked just a little, I had dents in the sand after I had a coral snake, and he said those dents in the sand mean termites. So he came into my house and everything was good. I thought he was smart. He looked at the room, right, the front room right opposite where the dents in the sand were, and saw this dust that looked like sawdust. So he said termites. So fine. So then he talks to me and he says, that was, I think, Friday. We'll do it Monday and it'll be $475. And I gave him $200 Zelle. So that was still fine, except I said, can I have some? Then after he left, I texted him and I said, can I have something in writing? I'd like to know your treatment plan. I'd like to know where you're going to treat, because after he left, I looked at AI, ChatGPT, and I spoke to my cousins. I'd like a treatment plan, where you're going to treat, and what chemical you're going to use. And that was like Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's not that he didn't communicate. He did text. He said, I'm at a wedding Saturday. I'll give it to you tonight. Nothing came. Sunday, nothing came. Monday, nothing came. Nothing in writing. And I would assume if I have termites, because now I looked, and it seems like they're drywood termites, not subterranean, but they could still be in other places in the house besides just in the front. And he didn't look anywhere. And he didn't give me anything in writing. And then he started getting, then he came to my house just when I was beginning a Zoom class. It's a lesson that I pay for. He didn't call and say, can I come at a certain time? So that kind of upset me because I couldn't talk to him. And then we tried to make it, I said, let's postpone because it's a rush, but it's not an emergency, that it could happen in 2 weeks. I wanted to know from the office what was the responsibility. I wanted to know which type of termite. I read about them. And then I saw him. I thought he was coming tonight. He said he was coming tonight, and I saw him come by on a golf cart and say, everything's upset. This is terrible. Everybody's calling me and everybody wants me now, but I'm busy, but I know they're busy and we can't coordinate. But instead of saying, yes, we have to coordinate schedules, everybody has calendars, he was irritated by it. And so I have not had a great, in conclusion, I started out liking him, but in conclusion, I don't like that I had nothing in writing. Still.
What's your address, man?
1371 Northwest 23rd Lane. Also, if I'm in a villa and I treat the termites, well, what about the other houses? It's not just, I mean, it looks like it's just here, but it might not just be here.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay.
So,
All right, thank you. Shh. Thank you, go ahead.
so I just wanted to say, he gave her a price for $425, and he told me $600 for the carpenter ants, which would also treat termites, which weren't carpenter ants at all. But I mean, how's he giving everybody different prices? Just, something for you guys to know.
We'll have, Anisha will look into
I
this.
know he charges $475 for the villas and 600 for the homes because they're a little bigger. That's what he told me his pricing
So
was.
you're a villa, right? And you're a house, so that's the difference, okay. Thank you. No, he does do termites.
Well, it's Rick again. No, when he came, I mean, we had tiny little ants in the house. After he left, all of a sudden, that's when we were hit with the swarming, with the flying bugs, and they were all outside. And I thought it was just our house. The next day I went to the pool, and the whole pool area was covered with them too. So it's not just, I think it's just a swarming season. And I don't see them anymore, so I think it's over. Can I ask one more question?
Yeah.
Coming from the circle to the clubhouse, when it rains, you got a lake there. And meanwhile, there is a drain there. But it's
clubhouse entrance you're speaking of?
Yes, there is a drain.
Yep.
How come we don't get it cleaned up so the water drains away and it's chronic?
We are going to do that. We know about that.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. All right.
I noticed when I came in tonight, none of the lights were on out here.
Yeah, we know.
When the pickleball lights are on, those lights don't come on, they're on a sensor. So the pickleball lights cancel out those,
The clubhouse lights?
oh, not the clubhouse lights, the black.
Clubhouse, the pathway in.
Yeah, I don't know why
All the lights were out trying to come in here tonight.
Somebody turned them off. No, the switch is right at the entrance there. Yes, Ronnie, how are you?
I also am not happy with Brian Pest Control, just want to say, never showed up 2 times for me, but just want to add my name to that list.
Okay.
The other thing is, I've complained, and Anissa knows, I know she can hear me, a couple of times over the years, over the year and a half, about the light in the hot tub at pool.
Five. Pool 5. Pool 5?
Pool 5.
Yes.
We go there often, and somebody's gonna get hurt because it's very dark in that corner where the pool, where the hot tub is. I've got a few people who have been there and said, what happened to the light? So I really, if somebody could look into it, I know he's done extensive repairs.
Anissa, do you have any update on that?
That's the actual spotlight.
Yeah, the spa light.
Yeah, Mako told me they looked at it.
They told
So
you
it's still not working?
2 times they told her that they were
it's
fixed.
still not working?
Still not working.
Okay, I'll have
Yeah.
to let them know because they told me they fixed it.
Thank you, Anissa.
Okay,
Thanks.
okay. No, you need it because of Zoom. They can't hear you on Zoom.
Okay, the rat trap. Bug off was here yesterday.
Bug off.
Yes, they certainly were. I had a whole conversation with the guy. He was
Okay,
pulling the bait out of all the boxes and replacing it with other bait. And he said that he still has the contract. It was wearing a shirt, bug off. He was very lovely. I had a conversation with him for 20 minutes. So I'm just letting you know, he was here in the villas where I live, pulling all the bait and telling me where he finds the dead rat. So it was a little strange because I thought the other guy, who I also met, one of their first days here, it was him and his big guy friend. They were very lovely. I only let them do the outside of my house, but he was amazed that he got this contract. Again, I'm just a no BS kind of girl. I engage with these people.
mm-hmm.
He knew that he was not equipped to handle this property because he was literally
Yeah,
so excited and so happy. And like,
Yeah.
I can't believe it. So
yeah. We knew he was a small company and we
Yeah,
gave him an
it's just
opportunity
really
to prove himself, but if he can't do it, then we'll have to,
just bullshitting people with the different
really.
prices. People have to be careful.
All right, good feedback to know on that. Okay.
Yeah.
Is Bug Off's contract ended, Anissa?
No, it'll end December 31st. So it's
December
3
31st.
months.
Okay.
Yeah,
Another
the
couple of weeks.
bait
Okay.
station is three months.
Okay, all right. Okay, next, master board meeting will be January 14th. I make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
Oh,
The dates for the election.
yeah, yeah, yes, thank you. All in favor, say aye.
Bye.
All opposed, no. Good night. Yeah, reminder about nominations. If you want to run for the board, you can put your name into the nominating committee. We have five openings. Two on master, two in homes, and one in villa. All right, thank you.
I have a couple of quick things from online.
Oh, go ahead.
Mark and Becky Woodbury said they came out for the small ants and same thing, asked for aluminum foil and still have ants a week later. Bernie Shapiro says, I'd like to know why the gates aren't closed when the security leaves the booth and they stay closed until 7 a.m. Security issue. That's about it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Bernie. Okay, we're out of here.